Yo, 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 what's poppin', crack-a-lackin', faux shacking, everybody? This is another episode of Daily Opinion Podcast, fact-checking, no facts. So, I know we already talked about this the other day, but I'm about to at least just put a cute little bow on it. So, Jonathan Majors, y'all. Jonathan Majors is free. He ain't really do nothing. Turns out, and I don't remember if I went over this or if I just kind of just said like they had evidence that he didn't do anything, but it came out that they have video evidence, like I already said, and then also they were able to prove that that Jonathan Majors was the one that called the police. Then I don't know what happened. They didn't say how, because they said the woman had strangulation marks and the shit that I saw, beaten and strangulation marks. But apparently Jonathan Majors had called the police on her, and then everything went down like that. And then, somehow the police fucking get him. But at a certain point, bro, I really hate this shit because that's sexist in its own right. Like, whenever I pitch this idea, everyone fucking shits on me. Like, a lot of girls shit on me because, obviously they'll be losing. When I tell you this idea, they will be I'm going to just tell you the idea first. So it's like, number one, chivalry is sexist. And literally, if you do anything over for a girl that you would do it, then you would do with a guy, then that's sexist. That's literally sexism. You know what I mean? So if you hold, and I'm not saying, like, I'm a nice guy, so I hold the door open for guys and girls. It don't matter to me. I'm going to hold the elevator door open. If I see, like, someone struggling with some shit, I'm going to ask them for help, guy or girl. I gives no fucks. But if you are walking around as, like, a guy or a girl, and then you see a girl struggling with something, or a guy struggling with something, if you look at it and say, well, that's a girl, I'm going to help her, or that's a guy, I'm not going to help him, that's being sexist in its own way. You know what I'm saying? That's being sexist. So I feel like, I really wish, it's so crazy because they had the school shooting yesterday and they already have body cam footage out from the school shooting, but I've never seen body cam footage come out that quickly. And this relates to the Jonathan Majors story 100%. So, like, I just want to see what the fuck happened with the whole Jonathan Majors mess and his girlfriend. Because if she was having, like, a breakdown, because apparently afterwards she had to go to, like, a mental health facility in order to get, like, everything straightened out. I don't know. She went to a mental health facility. He went to jail. So I'm like, if she had to go to a mental health facility, that means that clearly she's the one in the wrong, right? The only thing I could assume is that maybe they saw the bruises. They saw she was hysterical. They saw bruises on her. They're like, well, you need to go to jail. You're probably the one that gave her those bruises. So they sent him to jail, and then it's like this woman is going fucking crazy bananas. We're going to have to send her to a mental health facility. Maybe that's how it went down. I have no clue. But I really want to see golly, I'm having so many pauses today. Video footage. You're like, what the fuck happened? Because it's not making any sense why she would go to jail. And I brought up the sexism point because that seems to be a lot of the case where if there's a disturbance, if there's some violence going on, immediately they're like, dude has to get out the situation. They don't give a fuck. Like, I don't think cops are brought up or made to be like thinkers. They're made to just do shit and then like, hey, we're going to tell you, like, hey, if you fear for your, like, if you think you can shoot this person, get away with it, just say you felt fear for your life and then plead the fifth because we're going to have your back type of shit. This is the union. So I feel like when they get into situations, they're like, black man, black woman, black man's going to jail. Regardless, we don't give a fuck what happens. If we see even a little bit of violence, black man's going to jail. Off rip. And I don't know. To me, that's a sexist sort of thought. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I think that's the most feminist, like, mindset that you could possibly have. Like, I'm going to treat you like a dude. Regardless of who you are, I'm going to treat you like a guy, right? I don't know. That's my thought on it. But either way, we'll see what happens. But moving on to the whole, like, school shooter thing, this is the fastest I've ever seen any sort of, what's it called? Body cam footage ever come out. Like, anytime that you want to see some shit from the police, it takes them years because, not really years, but, a few months, honestly. Because, shoot, I had to try to get body cam with footage pulled, and it took them months to get my shit. it took them it took them months. I have no clue. So like I feel like the police were like, hey, this was executed pretty well. Some people did die, but we went through it like we should have went through it. Not like the fucking Uville, which I haven't heard shit about that. Because all those cops should be X'd out. You know what I mean? Honestly, I feel like the Nebraska cops was going to be like, they're going to really look at the police, so we need to get this shit popping, like, immediately. Because this is the last one. I mean, this is the last, school shooting that since the, the Uville, Texas one, I believe. Could be wrong on that, but I don't know. But yeah, I mean, the shit was out so quick. I was like, God damn, like, it was less than 24 hours, and I think that was just a show of like, hey, see, we're not all pieces of shit. We're not all like trying to shirk our responsibilities and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it was just like a little show of power or whatever. Not show of power, show of like we actually do shit instead of just trying to fucking give y'all speeding tickets and drain money away from you. Oh, fuck, I hate police so goddamn much. That shit is so annoying. I mean, you like police when shit like this goes down, but it's like, come on, y'all. Like, then just make it only whenever there's, like, dangerous situations. We don't need you to come, like, I've seen plenty of situations where, like, there was what's it called? A woman that was stealing from a store, and then they broke her fucking arm trying to arrest her. But she had dementia, and she had escaped from, what's it called? I don't know about escape, but she had gotten away from her, like, care facility, and then the care facility is just like, hey, can you get this woman? She stole something from the Walmart or whatever off the street, and we're trying to track her down. We don't know where the fuck she is. Police officer finds her, clearly has dementia, clearly like an 89-year-old lady, breaks her fucking arm to put her in the thing, and then also goes back into the police force and then starts laughing about it on, with his like little friends on the police. It's like, that's terrible. What kind of person does that? What kind of fucking crazy fucking person does that? Or, a nigga that shoots somebody in a wheelchair because he has a knife. It's like, nigga, he's in a wheelchair. It's just like wild, like evil shit that you see them do, and I don't know. It's funny. It's like, we only need you for like really dangerous situations. Like, other than that, I don't think you have the IQ to even handle a firearm. You need to just like put that shit down and go somewhere. Like, you need to. I don't know. You need to figure something else out. Whatever. I always tell myself I can't get into like little shits like this. But either way, it doesn't fucking matter. Damn, still need to think about funny shit. All right, whatever. We just gonna get into the news for the day. News for the day. Boop, boop, beep, boop, 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 boop. Sure. Let's open it. I need to have like a second thing instead of just my phone. I need to have like a second thing that I can pull this shit up so it's faster. Oh yeah. And then the school shooter was actually a transgender 28-year-old that used to go there, to the Christian Academy. And has a manifesto, but we're not going to give that any flack. I'm not going to say the name. Okay, the hunting lodge where Alex Murdaugh killed his family sells for $3.9 million. Again, there's so many. This is why I love staying at home. This is why I fucking love staying at home. I was looking for a new job, but like right now I'm fully remote. I fucking really, I'm telling you, I don't want to fucking ever have to go back out into society. This shit is crazy. Because like, who the fuck? The person who bought this house has to be someone that's like into, I don't even know, like dark, like fucked up things. You know what I mean? Where it's like, hey, I want to live in a house where people were murdered. Like, you got to do that. I can't imagine that for $4 million you can't find another house that's just about as good as this one. I mean, I guess they're not doing anything bad, so like, hopefully they're not planning on killing their kids there or some shit. But yeah, it's just it's fucked up. It's really fucked up. I just don't get it. Yeah, but I mean, that could be their thing. I shouldn't have shit on them, because I used to be into like that dark shit, but then I was like, oh, people are actually getting hurt. Because that's one thing that I had to realize about myself. And even, I feel like a lot of guys went through the phase where we watch like really fucked up shit. Like, what was it? Like Two Boys and One Hammer was one of them that really, because I've seen like cartel assassinations and things like that. I feel like that's normal shit. I even get that on Instagram every now and again. But like the one that really fucked me up was the Two Boys, One Hammer, where they pretty much like killed a kid, like a mentally disabled kid, for no good reason, just because they could do it. And really fucked up. But whenever I was younger, I wasn't internalizing it like that's an actual person. Like, for some reason in my mind, it was just like, oh, this is kind of like a movie, or this is kind of like a like it's just so fucking evil that it would be surreal in your mind type of shit. You know what I mean? Where you're thinking about it and you're like, this couldn't like happen to me, or this couldn't happen to one of my family members. This could never be the way that it goes down, you know, like just the amount of fear that's within that person that's getting like a screwdriver to the leg and shit for no reason and doesn't have the mental capabilities or capacity to be like, okay, try to get out. It's just like, hey, I'm going to just plead and hope that they stop. You know, that's, you know, because he's mentally deficient. Like, I mean, that's a perfect victim. But I don't know, the shit's just sad as fuck. All right, let's go to a happy note. Being sad ain't fun. Okay, this one was crazy. So Tyrese, the dude from, I don't know what other movie he's in other than Fast and Furious, and Paul Walker, the white guy that passed away a few years ago because of automobile accident, I believe. Tyrese was like live streaming with his girlfriend. I don't know what they was doing, like, but live streaming on Instagram or something like that. And his girlfriend like comes out and she says that when she first saw Tyrese, he wasn't her type, but Paul Walker was. But in the end, she chose Tyrese. You know what I mean? So that's like, that's weird as fuck. I don't know if they're married. I mean, she has a ring on her finger. I don't know if she's married, but yeah, that's some crazy shit to say. And like, you know, you would think she would say it in a joking way, but she wasn't. It didn't seem like she was joking. She wasn't laughing. She was just like smiles and saying shit. You know what I mean? And it's just kind of like, I would fucking not like my girl to say that. I mean, well, that's the thing, because I'm looking at it, it's like, okay, not your type means one of two things. It's not like she said, oh, I wanted to fuck Paul Walker. She might have just been like, I would have thought that that would be the person I went to, or the person I would try to go to, but once I got to know you, I realized that you were the person I should be with. Like, like maybe initially it was looks and then it went down to mental. I don't know. I just know I'll be pissed off because I can run through of like my girl say some shit like that. I can hop on the internet real quick and find a bunch of other bitches that I'll be like, okay, let me not say bitches, a bunch of other fine young ladies that I would want to that I could court that might look a little bit better. But then I could turn around and be like, but I like your mental a little bit more, baby. You know what I'm saying? I like you for the things other than your, other than your looks. But, yeah, that's some weird shit. That's some really weird shit. I mean, unless, because that's the thing. Also, I'm like, so you only trying to fuck with, like, celebrities, huh? Like, it seemed like you were a little celebrity hopper. Like, you couldn't get Paul Walker, so then you tried to get on, and you got me. I really hope that's not the case. And if it is the case, I hope that she's not, they're not married, because that is a gold digger and you just lost a fucking game, Tyrese. So gotta tighten up, my boy. Tighten up, buddy. Yeah, what other movies has this nigga been in? I thought he was a singer. For some reason, I thought this man was Maxwell. I don't know if Maxwell's the right name for it, but I think it was Maxwell. Damn, whatever. Whatever, doesn't matter. Let's see. Right here, boom. So look, after whatever, pretty much Afro Man's house got raided, right? I think this was like a while ago too. I don't know why this shit started popping up the other week. Could have sworn this was a while ago, but here, I'm just gonna read it. After the Adams County Sheriff's Office raided the home of Afro Man and found nothing, Afro Man turned footage of the raid into a music video. Now the officers are suing over emotional distress, embarrassment, ridicule, loss of reputation, and humiliation. But that's the thing, like, can you sue on some shit that you did do? And then he also said that they had stole like $200 from him too once they raided the house, you know what I mean? So, I mean, you can't do some shit and then when someone says like, oh yeah, they did this, then be like, nah, you can't put that out there because I tried to fuck you over. Like, that's ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous, and they should honestly, like, they should give him more money. That's what I think. They should have to give him more money for even trying to get this shit apart, you know, because I'd be like, you're wasting my fucking time with this. You can't run into my motherfucking house, try to say that I'm selling dope or whatever the fuck they were trying to do in there. And then when I show people that they thought because they had bad information, they are shit at their fucking jobs. You shit at your jobs, bro. So now you got to And now you telling me I got to give you money for shit that you fucked up? Nah, bro, it don't work out like that. It really don't. Run me my money so I can buy some more weed. Cause I feel like Afro Man was and then I got high. And then I got high. I don't know if that's true or not. And then I got by. Then I got high. Then I got high. Then I got high. I don't know if that's right. All right. Nah, that shit's so fucking sick. Imagine if a nigga came up to you and slapped the fucking shit out of you and then started stomping you out on the ground for no good reason. Like he caught you by surprise. You just walking down the street talking to your girl or your guy, and then he just fucking out of nowhere just clocks you in the side of the head and then just starts stomping you out in the middle of the street. And then you make a music video out of it, get a bunch of money, and then he turns around and is like, nah, that makes me look bad. It's like, yeah, it makes you look bad, you piece of shit. Why'd you hit me? I thought you was someone else. Don't matter, nigga. You still did this shit. That's exactly the police. We thought you were selling drugs. I wasn't. And then after he stomps you out, he fucking steals your money. He beats your ass and steals your money, and then you flip it and make it into a whole thing, and then it makes them look bad. Like, okay, come on now. Well, you did do that, didn't you? It's like we ain't saying you ain't saying you didn't do it. You just hoping that no one, I stopped telling people you did it. Some fuck shit. That's some bitch shit from some police officers. That's some bitch ass shit. But yo, let's see. Jay-Z's net worth has reached oh man, I got like number dyslexia or something. Whenever I read numbers, it should be fucking me up. $22.5 billion, which makes him the 1,203rd wealthiest person in the world. Wealthiest person in the world. How the hell did they know that? I heard they only got 12 billionaires in Atlanta. I don't know how truthful that is. No, I'm sorry, 12 in Georgia, 11 in Atlanta. And I'm like, where the fuck is that last billionaire at in Georgia? Where is he at? He probably in some like underground bunker, fucking laboratory or some shit, trying to make some hybrid animals and make himself more richer. Some dick sucking animals. Some good pussy animals. That good dussy sheep. I don't know why he would make a sheep. I don't know. I heard like Scottish people used to fuck sheep and everything like that. I even heard like the reason that they called some Iranians or Iraqi people. And this ain't coming from me. This is coming from some shit that I heard on a different podcast about the military. No. I'm sorry. This is coming from a military video that I saw where dudes was running a train on like either a camel or a sheep or some shit or a goat. I don't know. Because it was on the like white hot shit, like from the AC-130. Niggas know it's like white hot or black hot, but it was white hot, and it just showed these dudes standing there like they were on one side of the tree, and then there was a goat on the other side of the tree, or whatever type of bovinian fucking animal it was, and one went behind the tree, started fucking the goat. He got off. The other one came right behind him. So that's why I think some of the American soldiers, again, I would never call someone this, but I believe so that's why some of the American soldiers call them goat fuckers. You know what I'm saying? And I believe I heard like one person say like, yeah, you don't want to displease your wife whenever you first start having sex with her. So you practice on like smaller animals and shit. I think that's been a long history of it. Actually, there was a joke I heard recently about it where they say a weary traveler finds a village, and then in the village there was like a guy that was the Christian, whoever the fuck it is, like the priest or whatever. So the priest says like, hey, well, I have a large farm. Do you want to come over here and you can sleep for the night, and I'll give you some food, and then you can go on your way, whatever you want to do. And the weary traveler's like, oh, okay, cool, thank you. And so then he sleeps over for the night, and then he goes up to the priest in the morning and says like, hey, priest, I appreciate you letting me stay over. Like, can I do some work around the farm for you? And the priest is like, no. Like, you needed help. It's part of my duty to help out people in need. So, you're good. And the traveler was like, well, just to let you know, I do have special powers. So, I can talk to animals, so I'm just gonna go and talk to. I'm just gonna go out and talk to some of your animals and just see how you can help them. So the dude's like, okay, fine. And so then he goes out to the horses, and he comes back to the preacher and says like, yeah, the horses say that they need new shoes. The shoes that you put on them were a little bit too hard, and now they're banging against the floor and everything. And he said, oh, I did just put some new shoes on them. Okay, I'll make sure to switch them out. It's maybe a softer material. He's like, okay, cool. Then he goes to the pigs and he's like, hey, the pigs don't like the new slop. They said that they'd rather have the corn that you was feeding them. And the priest says, oh, shoot, I didn't realize that. I did just get some new stuff, but the guy that sold it to me said it would be better than the corn. But if the pigs like the corn more, it will be cheaper and it'll help me out and the pigs out. Awesome. He's like, okay, boom. And then he goes and says, well, I just talked to the sheep. And then the priest says, don't fucking believe them. They're fucking liars. The sheep are liars. So, I don't know. It's a cute joke. I don't know if that's cute or not. I don't know if bestiality's cute. I'm saying that while I'm petting a cat right now. But yeah, whatever. If the sheep likes it, then it's cool. I've always thought about that. Because there is a website out there where you can watch bestiality. I honestly thought that shit was illegal as fuck, but apparently it's out there. So because I'll see a dog will mount a lady. This is kind of wild to talk about, but I'm gonna talk about it. I only got 4 more minutes. A dog will mount a lady, and I'm like, should it be illegal if the dog wants to do it? Clearly, okay. Well, the cat thinks so. Clearly, it's consensual if he's the one mounting and you don't really have to do anything, and then he's the one going hammer on you. So you're not making him do nothing. He's just ready to go. I don't know. These are questions that keep people up at night. But but yeah, bro. Other than that, shit. We'll get one more. I don't know if I should have shared that one, but what's it called? We'll get one more of these bitches in. Okay, Utah becomes the first U.S. state to ban social media for everyone under 18 years old without parental consent. I don't know how this is gonna work out because, they're trying to get this whole TikTok thing repping and going and everything like that. How many of y'all really think that this is gonna go down? You gonna just ban an entire app? And people know how to use VPNs and everything like that in order to pretend like they're a whole different thing. They probably got IP blockers to make you seem I don't even know if that's a thing or not, but to make it seem like you're in a whole different state or whatever. People are going to find out how to do this shit. So I don't know how effective it's going to be. It's going to be interesting to see how it actually goes down. But yeah, it's going to have some kids up in a little fucking tizzy and shit, whatever. But I mean, they'll survive. They survive without it for fucking however old they are. And TikTok's only been around for 2 years, right? When the fuck did TikTok come out? This Jay saying it came out in 2016. I don't believe that shit. What was I? I was still in college in 2016. I remember TikTok being out when I was in college. That thing came out 2 or 3 years ago. Nah, this not Mandalorian, whatever that shit is. The one with the dude that was supposed to be dead. Melancholy. What's that thing called? I forgot what it's called. Damn. If I can remember, I'll remember. But came out and they say it has been downloaded over 3 billion times and has 1 billion monthly users. I did not realize that. That means 1 out of every 7 people in the world is using TikTok. I had no clue it was that big. I didn't think anything was that big, honestly, because shoot, I'd love to see how many people look at porn. 1 in 7. I wonder how many people have internet use. How many people can even use the internet? All right, so 5.16 billion people have access to the internet. That's 64.4% of the entire world. That don't sound right because there's only 80, goddamn, I told you I got the number dyslexia. 8 billion people in the world. And if it's 5, that means 5 out of 8. 5 eighths is 0.625. I guess that is almost exactly right. So never mind. About to fucked up my own point. All right. But I knew that shit off the top of my head though. All right. But yeah, I don't give a fuck about TikTok, and I give up on this topic. So I'm just gonna end this shit because I'm already about it at that time. But I'm gonna let it go to 25 actually. What should I talk about? Yeah, I got two cats. These motherfuckers don't play with each other. I don't know why. I don't know why. They do play with each other sometimes, but they should do it more often. They usually come over to me and be making weird noises and meowing at me and stuff. And personally, I'm like, I got two of y'all so you could play with each other. They mainly just kind of sniff each other and then they lay on each other when they go to sleep and stuff. But like other than that, I mean, they play with each other sometimes, like biting and stuff, which I love. It's really cute, even though they probably fighting for their lives. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up with this. I don't know what's up with this. I'm gonna need them to get a little bit closer, do cute cat shit and whatever. Hopefully, I guess when they get older and then they start sleeping more, they'll chill out. If you have cats, hit me up. If you have cats, hit me up at the Daily Opinion. This is just fucking nerdy. If you have cats, just hit me up at the Daily Opinion podcast at gmail.com. Follow me on TikTok. Hit me up on Instagram at the Daily Opinion Podcast. And lastly, what the fuck is the other one? Oh, YouTube. YouTube is popping for me. Hit me up at the Daily Opinion Podcast or whatever. Go on fucking YouTube and search. Put that hole in the search bar, man. I don't got to tell you everything. And, hit me up if you, hit me up on Gmail in case you got any questions. Literally anything. If you throw it in there, I'll read it aloud. You can say my shit is ass, but I know that you listening to it, motherfucker. So it is what it is. But either way, y'all take it easy. Hopefully you enjoy tomorrow. Get to work, and love the people around you. You never know how much more time you got with them. So love y'all. Peace out. Bye.